here, ready to do your extended for September. This is going to be a long one. You guys had the most comments, the most views, and it really is a fantastic reading for you guys for September. Extremely powerful. So I just looked at that video again, and I hope that you have too, so that it's more sort of fresh in your mind in terms of what we're going to be looking at and answering to and expanding on today. The first couple of things that Spirit wanted to say or address was that, again, you know, this idea of expecting miracles. And with that also, and also based on a lot of the comments, just kind of generally and overall, the idea that, yeah, you guys, Aquarius, I mean, we are, you know, it's the age of Aquarius, so no pressure, right? No pressure, and yet you are designed for this. You are designed for your purpose with this. But they want to talk about free will. You have, like everyone else, the right to choose what you would like to do for your life. The reading talking about being a leader, yes, you know, you're designed for that. So if you're lined up with your purpose and what you're designed for, then, and if you're with me now, to the extent that your interest is to this extent, then you're probably feeling like, yes, this is where you're sort of lined up. Maybe you just don't know how. Or it may be that you're in a really hard time right now, so it doesn't feel like it's the right timing to be a leader when you're still in a healing phase of something. So the other thing they wanted me to address was readiness. It's okay, everybody's ready when they're ready. So just kind of take this message in, is what they're saying. Just take it in and let it allow you to heal, maybe faster. Maybe with the messages that are in this reading, allow some of this, even if maybe you're not quite ready just now to go out into the world and kind of thing. If you're just not quite ready for that yet, allow the messages in this reading to heal you and sort of move that along. Yeah, that one was really important, because you are high priestess, sorceress, teachers, leaders. That's what you're designed for. So, and it is right now a really good time to step into that, because of the ascension and everything that just happened. The energies are all supporting you to do that. If you're in a place where, you know, it is time, and maybe you've just been stalling or dragging your feet or just not sure, or you've just kind of gotten comfortable with life, the energies are pushing. If you're at that place, now is the time, and just go for it. And also, what a lot of the messages in this reading were about, that it is divinely guided, that the wisdom and the information from Raziel, from Spirit, from your guardian angels, will be coming through you in terms of teaching, leading, healing. So your job is not so much, and I think this is why, and they're saying, yes, this is why the confidence aspect is not so much that you feel like this amazing teacher, that you have all this wisdom. It's going to be coming through you. So your job is not to, in that sort of in the mental state, feel like you need to actually have all this wisdom right here. Your job is to allow yourself to be a vessel, a conduit for the wisdom that wants to come through you. That was right in the very beginning of the reading for September, that this is what wants to come through you. And given that, and then trusting Spirit. So it's more excuse me, so it's more about allowing yourself to be a conduit, trusting Spirit, trusting that what wants to come through you will be high wisdom. So accepting your role in this and just allowing it to come through you, having confidence in Spirit. And then you know, and then, you know, we can feel some of you going, okay, but, and I remember this so well. I remember this feeling this way too. It's like, okay, but I'm the sort of mortal here on earth that needs to take the actual steps in the reality of this game we're playing here on earth. So even though, you know, you can say your prayers and ask and be a great conduit, you still have to be the one as the human to take the steps, you know, towards how and when you're going to share these messages and heal and teach and that sort of thing. So the unicorns came in to address that for you guys. Like, you don't have to do things like everybody else. You can find your own way, whatever makes you comfortable. Some sort of maybe introverts might really like the idea of writing, of intuitive writing. Someone helped me with that term. Intuitive writing, where you just let your hand go, let it come through you, and just let your hand go on the computer or with pen and paper. Some say that that's better. Try it, you know, try it. This is divinely guided for this wisdom, healing, teaching, sharing to come through you. So the biggest message again is no worries. If you have any worries, just hand them over. And to keep your awareness high. Keep your awareness high in terms of who is speaking to you, and also where you might be guided to speak. So I think in the reading there was they're bringing up, reminding me about the trip, about maybe a bit of travel, and how Raziel was saying that some of his wisdom would be coming through others. Again, you know, your whole reading is about it coming through you. So you may be on this trip in conversations with anybody, you know, somebody in a grocery store line, anywhere, where this, you know, a teaching moment or expressing an opinion about something, and then just sort of allowing yourself to just sort of get out of the way and let spirit speak through you. And so keeping your awareness high so that you can do that anywhere and everywhere. The same way that Raziel was saying, you'll get downloads at night, get downloads during the day. People will be bringing you information, family, friends, strangers on a trip, right? The same way you will be sharing through you during the day, wherever you are, at work, you know, wherever you are. So it's very, very powerful message. It's very, very exciting, and we have a lot of questions to get to. So let's see how we're going to get through 192 comments, but that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do today. So the very first question, got the most thumbs up on it, is why is it so hard to be Aquarius? Coming from Christina. Why is it so hard to be Aquarius? And it does feel like, you know, like I said, no pressure. The age of Aquarius, you know, and all that you're designed for. Also, when you're designed for, you know, it's almost like you guys, you know, sort of in the PhD program of, you know, life situation, life circumstances. Healers typically, you know, go through quite a bit of, you know, sort of the opposite of healing, you know, the traumas and wounds and things like that. Healers typically go through those in order to become, it's kind of like your education to become a great healer, and you guys are designed for that. So it might be hard because you've had maybe lots of really hard times to prepare you to be an incredible healer. You know, healer, heal thyself. Well, you know, you'd have to have some things to heal from. And there are probably maybe some very traumatic, very difficult things to heal from. So that might be why. That might answer it. And then I hope I say these names right. Navia Darling has a great response, and then Nerd Love has another really awesome response. I'm just scrolling down here through the comments. Those are some really great responses, so we'll just let those stand because they're incredible. We have, there's a second part to expect miracles from Blue Eagle. Expect miracles and accept them. So Blue Eagle is saying, yes, you know, you have to be in a state of receiving. That's so true. Blessings and miracles to everyone. Thank you, Blue Eagle, for your question. There's a second part, allowing, accepting these miracles and allowing these miracles in. It's really important. Again, you know, with a focus on being a vessel, allowing that to come in, allowing that to come through. And the miracles will happen naturally. Let's see. I want to do all those things, but I don't know how. I have health problems. So Lena, it resonates, but she has health problems. So Lena, with health problems, what they're saying is that could have come from a lot of stress. They're kind of showing me a lot of stress in maybe a very difficult situation that might have lasted quite a while, and then the sort of toxicity shows up in our bodies. That's one scenario. Might be some trauma that you experienced in your sort of healer training, where the trauma of it got to the extent where it landed in your body. So yes, that can happen, and it can also be something that is part of your training. Oftentimes health problems, you know, it might be part of your journey, destiny, purpose to heal physically, to physically heal people. And so you might have a health problem, a health situation that you can learn a lot from, is what they're saying. So get curious about this health problem, this health situations. What do you think might be the root? Ask some questions about what the root of it is. Feel into your body where that is. Also get really curious about what you're doing to heal it, what helps to heal it, what doesn't help to heal it, and why. Those sorts of things. Get very curious about the health situation. It could be that is the sort of category or area of healing where you're meant to go. So you feel into that and see how that feels to you. Mickey, this is the most amazing message. What a gift. Yeah, thank you. The Holy Spirit called me out 7 years ago. Oh yes, oh I love this one. She went through many trials, and it looks like you got a soulmate is in Texas, and you've been apart for several weeks. Lots of difficult times, fearful to leave, as if sort of God put you in seclusion, not knowing if the timing's right, and then this reading was just the push. There's just the push to go. So, oh, all the very best to you in Texas, and thank you for sharing that one. That's what a beautiful story. Yeah, the seclusion sometimes is really a good time to take that time and go within and do lots of healing, so that it's time now though. Time now to go. All right, the next one is from Win Through. Thank you so much. Yes, Aquarius, Scorpio, Moon, Leo. Oh, yes. Feeling different and hiding, and yes, so I won't read all of this now, but it's a beautiful. I'm right here in the comments if you guys want to join me. Looking down through these comments, and it looks like quite a journey that Win Through took. Several things going on. Got into used gaming. That was what got my son's attention. When he was looking through here, he saw that he's kind of escaping reality through video games. Yeah, he was bullied quite a bit as well. So he just loved. Then the rest of your post was just so inspiring. So thank you so much for sharing this. Ready for the future. Miracles will take place, and I'm one of them. That's what made me cry. I love that you appreciate that you are a miracle. That was so beautiful to me. It just touched my heart so much. That just got tears in my eyes. That part that You've got the crystals and the tarot and the shaman and using the elements and just ready for the future, and that you are one of the miracles. Ah, bless you for acknowledging that and honoring that in yourself. It's just, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Let's see. And then B. Martin responded to that and asked about that sleeping during the day, implications of sleeping during the day. There was a few years ago where that happened to me. So if Winthu would like to respond, that would be beautiful. But I can speak to that from personal experience. There was a time there that was several months, and it was sort of during what I finally understood, once doing a lot of research to figure out what was going on with me. It felt like, yeah, it just felt like I couldn't even stop it. I would just go to sleep. Like the eyes would just start closing and I would just go to sleep. And I remember telling my son, you know, the angels are putting me to sleep. That's what came through me. The angels are putting me to sleep because it's time for downloads. I'm going to get a whole bunch of information, and it's too much information, and my ego would get in the way, my human self, my intellect, and so they would put me to sleep. I could not control it, and it happened sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. So if that's what's happening for you, that feels true to me for you. When you say, you know, this sleeping during the day, when that's really not, you know, your rhythm of things. It could very well be Raziel in the reading speaking to, giving you downloads. You know, if he's giving you downloads, daytime, nighttime, right? So daytime, and it could be that putting you to sleep allows the information to go in deeper and faster. Notice how you feel. Get curious about how you feel when you wake up. It's very cool. Valerie, I love you too. Aw, I had surgery on my heart and kidneys stopped working. I prayed that God would heal me and that I'd get money, and it all happened. I'm mysteriously healed. I got the money and I'm moving to share my love. Thank you for helping you believe in yourself. Oh, you're so welcome. I love that. I love that. See, miracles can happen. Believing in yourself is key. Believing that these things can happen. Believing, allowing, accepting, and allowing. Okay, I got so many confirmations from Nancy Will. Yes, let's see, you're right about the weekend trip. Peace, love, and light. Yes. Receiving downloads. How to do an art project. Beautiful, Nancy. Go, Nancy. Beautiful. Rhonda. Today I ran into a woman who was in an abusive relationship, lost her child through divorce. I spoke to her. Oh, yes. I love this one too. Went outside, looked at my phone, and it was 1:11. Ah, yes, thank you, Rhonda. So there is a perfect example right there from Rhonda Heartbiz, talking about how just running into a woman, talking to her, sharing her wisdom. Could have been at a grocery store, you know, it could be anywhere with these conversations. So it's not that, you know, they're not saying that you have to go out and start your own business and be an entrepreneur and be a healer and a teacher and, you know, do all of this. Unless that's what you'd like to do, if that's what feels right to you, but it's not required. So Rhonda's example here is a perfect example of how it's pretty, you know, it can be just anywhere and everywhere, in addition to whatever your lifestyle kind of already is. It could be just that. Lorna, thank you for reminding me of what and who I am. You're so welcome. Yeah. Estella, thank you for the reading. My miracle is to be pregnant. It's been almost a year since my tubes were untied. The miracle you're wanting is to be pregnant. And yeah, there's a wanting there's a wanting there, and the wanting coming from not having it feels like it's preventing it. So they're saying surrender. They're going, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this, just to hand it over. This pregnancy, essentially wanting to have a baby is like nothing else, 100% up to spirit, to create life through you. So, really all you can do is all you can do as the human. And then, stay excited about it. Keep imagining that this child is here, but there's a surrender aspect for you that will help. There's a surrender aspect. And they're saying that, so oftentimes things come when we're fine without it. It's that desire versus wanting is what they're saying for you. So look into just the desire of it without the wanting. Trust. They're saying trust. Okay, Samia, I am an Aquarius sun, Aquarius rising. I've always been different, so much that as an adult I was different from most people. Always felt like an alien. Yeah, I understand. It was scary and I felt alone, but now it feels just right. Talking to my angels, it's normal now. Wonderful. I've realized I have a soul purpose. I'm no longer afraid. That's beautiful. Samia. Starting to feel like the high priestess and a sorceress, giving people advice. Okay, during my sleep, just know things, and I can't explain how. Yeah. But people get offended when I speak my truth because it's so different from the belief systems and materialistic approach that exists. I see this different world in a whole new reality, and I'm living like in a parallel universe. Help me understand why. We're all kind of in a multi-universe. We live in a multiverse. So, because it's so different. So if people are getting offended, it might be that they're not asking. It might be that you want to be mindful that when you're teaching or sharing your opinion, that you're not telling them what to do. That's what they're saying. You're telling them your opinion as if that's the way they should be as well. Versus just speaking your truth. This is just how I see it, kind of thing. And allowing them to receive it or believe what they want to believe. You don't have control, none of us do, over what other people think, believe, say, do, anything. So it's more about sharing your wisdom with the world in ways that, preferably when it would be more received, which would be when someone's asking, or it might be in the way that you're sharing it is making some people, if they're offended, it may be feeling like you're coming on as if you're sort of telling them what to do. That offended feeling feels like that. When I speak my truth. They're allowed a materialistic view, people have their own views. You have yours, they share theirs, you're sharing yours. You really don't know. They may go home and think about it and ponder it and have a big shift 3 days later when you're not around anymore. You don't know. So the idea is just to share your wisdom, speak your truth, but you're not telling anyone what to do or how to think, and they have a right to believe what they want to as well. I think you have another comment in here too, so I'll look at that when we get to that one. So yeah, keep going. They're saying keep going. Samia, keep going. I hope I'm saying these names right. All right, Rebecca, I was thinking exactly what you said. I don't feel like the high priestess or a leader. Always wanted to help, and I've tried, but I'm so tired and weak I can barely do what needs to be done. Yeah. So You know, healer, heal thyself. It looks like that's kind of the stage where you are. How can I, kidding myself if I can help anyone else? It seems to be taking me so long to heal. It's happening at a very slow pace. Okay. Forgiveness has been hard. I'm only on the brink of it. I get it, but I'm new at applying it. I don't have any friends. I put very high walls up for years, not out of anger, but I just can't physically handle any more emotional pain. I get very scared if anyone wants to get close. So conversations in public. So for you, again, they're showing me the book, The Writing. The writing would be good for you. Writing would be really good for you. And it feels like you're in a healing, you're in a healing place. And given too that forgiveness is a bit tricky for you, because forgiveness is a huge foundation to healing everything. So I'm getting ready to do a class on forgiveness. I'm going to do a course on that, on forgiveness. But in the meantime, don't have any friends. Oh, well, I love you. I'm sure a lot of people in here love you in this group. Look at all these replies. You've got quite a few replies. So, yep, lots of people have been there. You're not alone. So, again, again with the writing is one thing you can do if you're still feeling just a bit raw and wounded. Healer, heal thyself. So that looks like the stage that you're in. And so with these messages helping you to see sort of where you're headed with it. So there's a purpose. There is a purpose to what you've been through. Allow that to help you heal faster and in a more empowering way. Yeah, you have many friends. So much love. Yes. Lots of friends in here. Let's see. Emily. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Emily's a friend. Looks like straight away. All right, T. Sacred Insights. Here's my question. I have a strong calling to carry out a mission. I've had it since childhood. Yep, in my 40s now. I'd be extremely grateful if you could ask them which direction to take that first step in situations when we're ready, but we can't quite see the way. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you, T. Identify that first step. So what I would do is start with sort of big questions and almost process of elimination. So would your messages be shared as an entrepreneur or not through career avenue, but rather just sort of daily circumstances? Get clarity on that aspect. Then let's say that you know that you want to be some kind of entrepreneur. Well, then you would sit down and go, okay, let me write down sort of all the ways that a message could be shared. And with technology today, there are so many avenues. And so, again, just sort of write them down and then feel into what feels really good to you and what feels really not good. Like, I would not want to do videos, for example, so just cross that out. Now you're down to this. It might be that in the end, by the time you're done, yep, you'd like to do, write a book and maybe do podcasts or something. Maybe audio works for you, not video, or yes, you definitely want to do video, not a writer, and so little things like that. Whatever the avenue is, it will be the one where you feel the best, right? This will be, we're co-creating with this. Spirit's going to be coming through you, but they want to make sure too that you love it. You love what you're doing in terms of it. So feel into which of these first possible steps, potential steps that you could take, feel into which one feels really good. Once you narrow it down, let's say, for example, that you narrow it down to a book, writing a book, then just start. Just start. Maybe get a really cool notebook or something and just start writing and just see where it leads. You might start with little sayings, or you might have a big story in your mind. Whatever it is, just just start. And if that's the avenue, then also just kind of be mindful. And again, where they were saying keep your awareness high, because you'll be getting information from Spirit, all of you, information from Spirit in so many ways. Keep your attention, your awareness super high in almost everything you do this month. Whether you're out and about or alone at home, Spirit will meet you where you are. So that's what I would do. First step. B. Martin, spot on. Let's see. First about, okay, not feeling safe. I've been really anxious about all sorts of random hypotheticals interfering with my life. Oh my goodness. There was a weird incident on the train that turned out to be nothing, but I get these weird symptoms. It could be ascension symptoms. It could be stress, but it could also be ascension symptoms. No question that we get physical symptoms from this high frequency. I keep thinking something more serious is going on. It felt so good to keep hearing you say you are safe. Okay, so what I'm getting right now for you is past life. In a past life you were not safe. So you might have the, what do they call, the wounded healer. The wounded healer, where you may have been a healer in a past life and the ending to that life was not good. And it might have had to do with being a healer, because you were a healer, that the end of that life was not good. So it's hard for you to feel safe. That is that's wonderful that it felt good to you to hear it, because as someone said earlier, just allowing the messages to come in, it's beautiful. So if you're feeling good hearing that, then write that on a sticky note on your bathroom mirror so you can see it every day. You are safe. Well, you're not in that lifetime anymore. You might go within and look to do a bit of a healing on that, look into that. It also could be just kind of a decision like, okay, I'm not in that lifetime anymore. I am safe. I am safe right now. And because of the time you're in, you're so supported by Spirit to be a healer. That's not where things were in past lifetimes, but that is where we are now. You're completely supported to be a healer nowadays. So also, I'm currently on a retreat, okay, focused on spiritual healing, perfect, and learning, spiritual work, forgiveness, that's wonderful. I have to follow your advice, the higher power, to help me with the things and questions that trouble me, yes. Something big is stirring, yeah, but I feel like I don't know what exactly that is, looking for clarity, yes, looking for clarity. So maybe a bit too like what we just said about the last one, where she said, what can the first step be? So clarity might be, and again in the general reading they said that when you take a step, that things will start sparking. It'll be like turning the key of your car engine. They're showing me the key in the car engine. When you turn the key, then the timing belt starts. Forgive me, I don't know cars, but the timing belt starts, and then things start turning, and then the engine turns over, and then you're ready to go. Then you put it in gear, and then you start driving, right? So there's steps kind of thing, and it's just, turning the key. So see if you can maybe play around with the idea of what might you like to do, and take a tiny step towards it. Process of elimination and taking a tiny step towards the one you're wanting. Okay, here's Samia. I knew there was a couple. Archangel Michael is everywhere. I hear his name. I see his picture everywhere. I got seriously ill is when this started. Yeah, so seriously ill could be Kundalini. They're saying Kundalini. It could also be from stress, might have built up. And Archangel Michael is if he's everywhere, he's with you. Yeah, he's letting you know he's with you. What does it mean? He's with you. So this started when you got seriously ill, depending on what that was. there's a couple of things. It could have been stress, and then it reached a point where it landed in your body, and so he's just with you to say, okay, you know, it's time for some healing. Healer, heal thyself is what he's saying now. Healer, heal thyself. So there's something about you. Again, get curious about the illness in terms of your healer training. Healer training, you'll be able to use everything you go through at the next stage where you are actually helping people. Everything you go through is part of your purpose. It's part of training for your purpose. So get curious about that, about what the illness is. There's also a process that that some go through. It's a transition, and it was sort of coined by Celia Fenn. Talked about the transition from indigo to crystal, the indigo to crystal transition, raising frequency from indigo to crystal. And it was quite a transition, quite a process, and it does feel like you're seriously ill when you're going through this, but all that's happening is your frequency is increasing very rapidly, and as your body tries to adjust to the higher frequency, it can feel like you're really sick. It can affect your body till your body adjusts to it. It will eventually adjust if that's what this illness is for you. Just kind of hang in there. Just take care of yourself. Sleep when you need to sleep. Chamomile tea. Epsom salt baths, you know, things like that. Just take care of yourself. I hope that helps. Expect miracles. Hope I can hold my relationship with a Taurus. I expect miracles. Redden, hope I can hold on to my relationship with a Taurus. So be careful about wanting to hold on. Be careful about wanting to hold on to something. You know, what's the expression? So they wanted me to speak to that, to say, when you really love something, you let it go, and then if it comes back to you, it was meant to be. So that's what they wanted to say to you about that. Holding on is typically a sign of, okay, they're leaving, you're wanting to hold, and the harder you hold, the more they want to go. So let it go so that this Taurus can choose. It's a better place. It's a better place. I hope that helps. AGW, thanks for the reading. You're welcome. I've been asking these of Spirit in my meditations, watching another video. Yours started to play. It was like they were talking directly to me here. Serapis Bay, Archangel Michael. Like this one, just when I need it. It all made sense. So you're so welcome. Very good. Jennifer, Holy High Priestess. So much confirmation. Wonderful. Wonderful. Felt a calling for years and began to embrace it in April. Beautiful. Launched a YouTube channel. Survived to shine. Awesome. Thank you. Lots of love. Beautiful. Coaching business. There you go. Sharing. Wonderful, Jennifer. Angela, I love dogs so much. Hey, puppy. Yeah, the dog barks sometimes. We love dogs too. Thank you, Angela. Anthony, I got a bunch of insight from this. It's crazy. I was hearing a ringing in the video. It felt like Spirit was talking to me. And then you said clairaudience. See? Now there's like an example of a sign. And your awareness was there, so you caught it. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I wanted to know if I actually had it. It was just confirmed. I'm so ready to go into the world and practice so I can help others the way you've helped me. Aw, wonderful, Anthony. Very good. You're so welcome. Andre, I would like to know, will my Aries love come back to me, and will she marry me? Well, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. There's so many factors involved in that sort of thing, and I get really uncomfortable when it comes to anything that even remotely looks like predicting the future. I understand that there are some some sort of psychics that are seers in a sense, that can see future things, and I'm just in awe of them. Unfortunately, Andre, I'm not one of them. I get very uncomfortable predicting the future because I don't know what you might do something, she might do something. So I don't know about that one. Stacy, you are so wonderful. Thank you so much. You're welcome. This reading is spot on. I'm going through right now. I just started nursing school, and I haven't been the most confident. Nursing school, that's great. Guided by God to become a nurse. Okay. When you said travel, I go an hour to nursing classes. Perfect. Thank you. Beautiful. Nursing. Thank you, Stacy, for helping to be a healer in that way. Lorna, I'm a leader, and yes, I go to the Spirit of the Lord. Beautiful. Aditha, thank you. You're welcome. I pray for world peace and love every day. Beautiful. Thank you, Valerie. Let's see. Simply enchanting. Really relate to your reading. I feel Aquarians are needed. Visionaries. But I see the dark forces really influencing the world. Got to erase by staying in the light. Inside you is a knowing to be a leader. Let's erase the dark. If we don't, I can't imagine. If you think I'm weird, I'm not. I feel the energies, and they are trapping us. Good luck. We are light, chasing darkness. Okay, simply enchanting. Yes, there is light and there's dark. And it feels like it's going like this, it's as if as the frequencies get higher, we also see more and more sort of violence and weather and hurricanes, volcanoes, all kinds of things. As the frequency goes up, this goes down, and we're getting this sort of feels like a separation. What Spirit wants to share with you simply is that what you focus is what amplifies. What you focus on is what feeds it. It gives energy to it. So what you do not want to do is fight darkness, because what your focus is on then is the darkness. Now, that being said, it could be that part of your purpose, if there's a passion and a love for it, is to focus on that darkness and break it up. It could be that's part of what you specifically are designed for. If that's the case, then that's great. Blessings and all the very best to you to do that. But if you're not sure yet how you're going to sort of heal in terms of what's lined up with you as a purpose, be very, very careful what you focus on. When you're fighting against what you don't want, you are just feeding more what you don't want. It's very, very important to focus on what you're desiring, and forgiveness and love. And if everyone did that, that's what gets amplified, if that's where your focus is. So that's what Spirit wanted to share with you on that one. I hope that helps. C. Marzano, so glad I found you. Just pulled a card for myself from the deck. Is the High Priestess. Very good. The angels are amazing. Yes, thank you. Sin 13, amazing message. Thank you. I resonate. I want clarity on how to proceed on my path to help and heal. Struggle to receive messages from Spirit. Have been 1.5 years, left a 19-year job. Ascension challenged. Working to open third eye and clear chakras, love and light. So, a struggle to receive messages from Spirit. 1.5 years, ascension challenged. To receive the messages from Spirit, if you're struggling to receive the message, there's a couple of things that could be going on working to open third eye and clear chakras. Yes, and they're saying ask. Continue to ask is what they're saying. Continue to ask. And maybe start with what they're showing me feathers. You know, start with little things that that are extremely doable, that would just be loud and clear and resounding to you, that you are in fact getting messages from Spirit. You just may not be seeing them or understanding how they're coming to you. Excuse me. So you are not Ascension challenged, so they're showing me a big strike on that, on those words. Don't use that expression anymore. Words have energy. Words are powerful. Take that one out of your vocabulary. Open your third eye and clear your chakras. So ask if you can see coins, or show me feathers, or show me coins. Sometimes we don't receive messages in a particular area of life. So it could be that you might be blocked there might be a block to Spirit because of that area of your life has something in the past where there's a trauma that's blocking that. At the same time, if you were to ask about maybe a relationship or maybe work, Spirit can come through because there aren't any blocks regarding the topic of work. So they're asking you to kind of feel into starting with something that's just sort of generic. It's not even really a topic. It's just, Spirit, show me that you're here. Show me feathers, dimes, pennies, coins, something along my path. And please make it so clear that I know it's you. And let yourself start there so that you can no longer say that you're not receiving messages or that it's even a struggle. It's just a matter of trusting in that particular area where you might not be, where there might be a block, a spiritual block. I hope that helps. Lisa, my family and I so desperately want a home with a yard and privacy. I feel like we've been stuck for a very long time. We've been stuck in a place that's supposed to be in the past. When do you think we'll get a home so we can actually live? I feel like all the blocks have been lifted, like there aren't any blocks. Looks like someone replied. Oh, okay. Stuck in a place that's supposed to be in the past. All right, they're saying that it is temporary. They're asking you to appreciate everything about it. Appreciate everything about where you are right now. And when you say family, they're showing me like a gathering, like a family gathering. So sort of gather the family together with a very deliberate intention to find and discuss and share and sort of magnify everything you love and appreciate about where you are right now. And also where you would like to be. Get very, very clear about where you would like to be. Get specific about the home you want, the yard, how many bedrooms, does it have a garage, is it in a neighborhood? So once you get all of you together, so it's amplified, the whole family is in on it, what you appreciate about where you are, that expands your appreciation, and from there you take that energy into where you're wanting to go next. Visualize it, write down all specific details about it, get excited about where you're going so that you're in this total state of appreciation and excitement and love towards the thing where you're going. I hope that helps. Great question. Yeah. Donna, on point. True miracles are happening. Wonderful. Dee liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Interesting. 30 years ago I had to learn how to forgive, and I spoke about it, and it was through Spirit that I was able to do it and speak about it. Lorna, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, 30 years ago. Yeah, you know, they say that when you teach, to learn. When one teaches, two learn. So that's beautiful. So just talking about it, speaking about it, can help you with forgiveness. Thank you for sharing, Sandra. Lorna. Sandra, yes, yes, yes. Being a leader, helping people with forgiveness. Yep, that's what heals. Spiritually gifted. Thank you so much. I said a prayer. I thank them all for speaking to you, for me, in the collective. Now I know what I must do. Awesome. Congratulations. And listening, yes, is very important, Lorna. Thank you. Chris, thank you. Very good. You're welcome. Gabriel, thanks. Want to write a book and moving to better living conditions that will be more beneficial for this. And starting a legacy, getting a legacy that will assist me financially. So wonderful. So yeah, Gabriel, they're saying to follow kind of what they just said about wanting to write a book and move, appreciate where you are, imagine it. Spirit has your back, they're saying. They will help you, get into a place where it's easier for you to write that book. So if that's what you're wanting to do, then imagine the place where these better living conditions. Get very, very clear about what they are. Write it down. This huge amplification of the energies when you write down details about what you're wanting, specifics, so that Spirit can help you with that. Thank you, Gabriel. I hope that helps. Moira, thrilled and so much gratitude. I found you. Synchronicity. Synchronicity. See, now, they wanted to speak to this, okay, about the synchronicity of Moira finding that message. There again is a perfect example of Spirit meeting you where you are. So what they were saying is they're showing me on a computer. So if you're an introvert type or you're bedridden from illness and you're not out and about doing things, the internet is a perfect way to connect with people. And I don't know how many times I do this all the time. I'll just go to my computer, put my hands on there and just say, okay, Spirit, show me something. Show me what I need today. Or show me something to help me heal XYZ, And without even knowing how I get to a place, it would just like all of a sudden I'll realize I'm on this page that is absolutely perfect to what I need. And then I couldn't even tell you how I got there. And the back button isn't lit up. Like I don't even know how I get to a place. That happens all the time. Maybe because I ask, and I'm also now very comfortable with the fact that they'll work with me in that way. So beautiful. So some of you, you can use that, absolutely use the computer. Spoke to my heart and soul. I'm just about to launch a new program. Beautiful. Forgiveness will be highlighted. Wonderful. Thank you, Moira. Let's see, Catherine, you're welcome. Jan, I've been talking with a lot of people over their problems. It helps them. Don't know how to clean my own mess. Oh, yes, can relate to that. It's easier, it's so much easier to see the situation in others. Here's what they want to say to you about that. They're saying that it's what you see in others is in you. What you're seeing in them is in you. Spirit is saying that they're bringing you these people sort of on purpose, and then whatever it is that you're saying to them, guiding them with, the message is also for you. So they're asking you to be mindful of what comes through you for others. It is also meant for you. Hope that helps. Cyril, great reading. Thank you very much, sweetie. More power to you. God bless. Waiting for the miracles. Okay. Very good. Individual one, I still don't know what I'm meant to do. I've been struggling for a while now. Try to meditate, take my time, go with the flow. How can I know what direction to take? Individual one, I hope I answered that earlier in this, speaking to the other beautiful soul who was asking about how to know what the first step is. So go back and I believe I've answered that one. So they're saying to go back and listen to the response about that. You know, how do you take your first step? How do you know where to go? What the first step is. You definitely want to know about taking a step, going with the flow. I so get it. I was just talking to my son about that like yesterday. You know, I'm easygoing. It's easy for me to go with the flow. I can just roll with things, but too much of that is not very empowering. You know, too much of that is just not, you know, just sort of taking the reins of your own horse and going, okay, I'm going to do this now. So they're wanting to share that with you, that it's wonderful to go with the flow, but you do, and it's beautiful that you're asking to know, okay, so how do I take the reins and take a step? So I hope that helps. Kay Thomas, spot on, planning a trip in a few days. Wonderful, Kay. I hope that goes well for you. Wonderful. Marilyn, lovely, inspiring. Very good. Thank you. You're welcome. It's all love, yeah. My heart, this spoke directly to my heart. Oh, I resonate so deeply. Wonderful. Toyota. Toya. Wonderful. Thank you. You're so welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. I've been getting inspired ideas the last 3 months. This clarifies so much. Perfect. You're welcome. Straight up. Thank you. You're so welcome. Lori. So beautiful. Wonderful. The angel wind chimes ringing in the background. Do I have a fan? I don't have a fan on or a window open. My little studio here is outdoors. Sometimes the wind will make it go, but a lot of times that wind chime will just start chiming on its own. It is cool when that happens. Wow, this was meant for me. Thank you. Peace, love, my sweet angel. Thank you. My future to my relationship with a Scorpio. So Lenny, again, I don't predict the future. I'm just not comfortable with that. So I don't know. But anytime there's sort of relationship questions asking about the future, it would indicate, they're saying fear. There's a fear. Fear of it not working, fear of losing, fear of being hurt, fear of getting hurt. And so if you're asking about the future of the relationship, look at your past relationships where you might have been hurt, where you might have been abandoned. They're giving me the word abandoned. Yeah, abandonment. So feel into that, where that might, where the root of that might have been. Might have been a past life. Feels like this one, but it might have been a past life as well. Abandonment. Yeah, best with relationships to very much just live in the moment. Just live in the moment. I hope that helps, Lenny. I hope that helps. Connie, absolutely love the reading. The first time listening. Thank you. I can see your soul and it's lovely. Aw. Your energy comes through the computer. Thank you, Spirit, for letting me find you. I'll be looking for your readings every month. Thank you. It resonated. And then the cards. What kind of cards are you using? The archangels. Yeah, the cards. The cards are listed on the website there in the panel, whichever side it's on. On the side, in the sidebar, the decks that I use are all listed there. And then when I go to do a reading, I just sort of feel into which decks want to say something, like who has something to say, and then I choose from there each time. Thank you so much for sharing that you see my soul and it's lovely. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. You know, I've kind of had a hard time in my life too. There's been lots of hard stuff, and I so appreciate you saying that to me. Thank you. Zen, So spot on. I'm ready to start divine work. Beautiful Zen. Go. Thanks for your readings. Need a miracle. Put my trust to God. Amazing with same thoughts with spirit. Suffered for many years. CC. Financial miracles. What you're wanting with your boyfriend. Commercial project. Just occurred troubles. Love the dog barking. Thank you. Dogs barking. Airplanes and helicopters. Yeah. A lot of activity. Okay. I put my trust in God. I need a miracle. I put my trust in God. Amazing. With the same thoughts. Suffering for many years. Yeah. So the suffering may have been, again, training, healer training. Right? Healer training. That's suffering. So get curious. Get curious how your life experiences, trauma, difficulties, things that you are healing in your life are part of your purpose in terms of being a healer. So for each of you, what you have been through is part of your training in terms of lining you up with your purpose. So again, so if you had health concerns, then it could very well be that as one is going to studying to be a nurse. So it may be physical health situations. So if you had difficult health situations, it could very well be that that's the training to prepare you for your purpose later. If you had relationship traumas, those sorts of things, you might become some kind of relationship coach or something. So look at what you've been through in terms of how that lines up with what you would love doing and how you can help people with what you learned. I hope that helps, CC. The Happy Dane, are you an Earth Angel? People call me Earth Angel all the time. What does it mean? I find your videos helpful. Earth Angel, that's, Earth Angel, great question. The Happy Dane, Benson. Yeah, the Earth Angel is, I've been called that quite a bit as well. And what I was saying a bit ago about the transition from indigo to crystal, that is how she kind of ends there's a big long article about it, this transition from indigo to crystal, this raise in frequency and what that transition is like and what your life becomes for a few months as you make that transition. And in this article that she wrote at the very end, she says, it says, welcome home, human angel, Earth Angel. And so, I think the Earth Angel idea has something to do with raising in frequency as heaven is coming to Earth, Earth is going to heaven, and so we're ascending, and so that we can now connect with them, Earth Angels. I've also had situations where a person showed up to help me in a particular situation, and then when the situation was over, they were just gone. It was like they just didn't even exist. It was like they came just for that, just for me, just for that, and then they weren't there anymore. There's a lot of stories that you hear about that. I think angels have the ability to transform, and they can appear to us however they feel we would recognize them or see them. So that's my understanding of it. I hope that helps. Love your jewelry. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. I am the truth and the light. Send a light to end Trump and Republicans' corruption and darkness. Okay, Joseph. So here again, the Spirit wanted to share two things with your post there. You are the truth and light, sending the light to end the corruption and darkness. And so again, with yours, they wanted to again say, be mindful what you focus on. You don't want to focus on the corruption and darkness too much. But at the same time, it could very well be your purpose and your journey to have a positive and divine light influence on in the political arena. So look at that. Thank you for your comment. I hope that helps. Helping is hard and can be hurtful. Renee Parker. Helping is hard and can be hurtful. Possibly if you're trying to help when the other is not asking, then it can definitely be hurtful, because you're basically saying to them that they're not capable. So when you help, sometimes when you help people and they're not asking, you're basically sending them the message that they're not capable. So it's really important to help, quote, help people when they're asking. If helping is what you're doing, make sure that they're asking first. Otherwise, if it's just about you sharing your wisdom, then you're just, sort of in conversation, just sharing your opinions about things. There's no judgment. You're not telling anyone what to do. There's nowhere for hurt to be in that if you're just sharing your understanding of things. And so just be careful that, make sure that they ask before you help. I hope that helps. Thank you, Tracy. Very sweet. Robert. Cindy, you're awesome. Always spot on. I could share my heart with you for 5 minutes. You'd be blown away. I'm sure I would, Robert. Well, I do have a question for just yes or no. Oh, yeah. I think I answered that for you. No, I wasn't in Pennsylvania. In that, I don't remember what that area was, but no, I wasn't in that. Near that area. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, Robert. Let's see. Love it. Very good. Thank you. Shiva, you're lovable. Thank you. Please, Aquarius, really need good news. August, last week was very stressful. Lost my love. Breakup, cheated. But I forgive her. And moving on. Almost 2 nights I couldn't sleep. Disabled, slowly getting better. Yeah, that's hard. Sometimes life is hard. Really, same is the case with me, says Karen. Missing him and wanting him back. Stay strong, she says. Times are coming. I'm glad you forgave her. That's why your name is Shiva. Yeah, forgiveness is really important. And also that idea of, allowing them to go. Honestly, I understand. I really understand. I myself really tried to hold on to people in the past, and if they want to go, it's so much better for everybody if you just let them go. Just let them go if that's what they want to do. If they want to go, then, if they're not wanting to be with you at that moment, then let them go. And then if they want to come back, they'll come back. And in the meantime, focus on yourself, self-love. Find some things that you love doing. Generate your own happiness. Put on some good music. Do something creative. Start your book. Or connect with spirit, meditate, do some yoga, dance, right? Focus on self-love. Let them go, do their thing, They may come back, especially a much better chance they'll come back if you let them go. If the energy is to let them go, a much better chance that they'll come back than if you try to hold on. It's not good. I hope that helps. What cards? What cards am I using is there on the website. Thank you, Maria. You're so welcome. Alicia. Can help so my life. I am worrying. I'm not quite sure what that means, but worry energy. Aisha, I think Aisha. Worry energy doesn't do anything. It's really detrimental. You do not want to worry about anything. So if you find yourself worrying, again, just sort of get very deliberate to get out of worry and find something that makes your heart sing. What do you love doing? Again, put on some good music, You know, it's easy enough to deliberately take yourself to the video, to the music player, and put on a good song, close your eyes, and just allow yourself to feel good for yourself, right? Self-love. Worry, self-love, and then watch things change. There's the miracles. It's like magic. When you turn it in, worry energy just keeps worry. It keeps things happening for you to worry about. Turn it in, self-love, and watch your life change. That's the miracle. I hope that helps. Linda, true blessing, amazing month. Yes, it is. It is exciting, Linda. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Patricia. Thank you for courage. Oh, you're so welcome. You have the courage. The courage is in you, Marina, and all of you. Very brave, wonderful, beautiful Aquarius souls. Valerie, thank you. You're so welcome. There's Maria. That was very emotional. Immediately something opened up. Beautiful. Crying from beginning to end. I am safe. Yes, you are. Be the unicorn. I'm guided, blessed, starting new work. Been working on me so much inside. I'm grateful. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you so much. From Susan, you're welcome. Simply enchanting again in numerology, the Chinese dragon. 11, 11, 11. We need to heal humanity. We're in a bad place. Stay in the high vibration, right? And you stay in the high vibration by not so much focusing on the bad place, right? Stay in the high vibration. Thank you. 333. I guess I am half demon. No. Beautiful reading. Good luck. Sajid. Yeah, 333 is wonderful. Threes are awesome. Love, light, peace in this moment. Love to all from Ireland. Stanley, thank you. Yes, I think I'm here for a purpose. From Renata. Helping others in some way to make them see that they can manifest miracles by loving themselves. Yes. It's sometimes hard to love myself. You know, loving yourself, when you think of it as this sort of this huge thing that you don't understand, or if it feels like something that's just out of reach, or you can't even comprehend it, it is as simple. Let it be easy. It is as simple as these little things that just make you happy. Dancing, riding a bike. You know, what do you love? What do you love doing? It's about really being deliberate, empowered for yourself, and deliberate about these little things that can make you happy. Putting flowers, you know, getting some flowers and putting them on your kitchen table, especially ones that smell nice. You know, beauty is big. You know, that's something nice to look at. Can make you feel good. Anything that makes you feel good is loving yourself. So to say that I struggle to love myself is sort of what they're saying, is that it's indicating that it's some giant thing, it's elusive to you, and yet it's made up of a million tiny little things that you do for yourself. It's as simple as that. It can be as simple as that. I hope that helps. Let it be easy. From David, can I do a reading on a book? And a message in the book. Thanks. You're loved and blessed. Thank you. No. I'm just going to say no on that. I'm more of a movie kind of girl. I'm much more movie kind of person. So thank you for your question. Aisha, do not want... Okay. There's a couple here. To live far away, my son. Yeah, okay. Aisha Mahmood. There was a couple of messages there. I'm not understanding what you're saying. I'm not able to decipher what you're saying. So, I'm sorry. I really can't even respond to those because I don't know what that's saying. I'm sorry. So if you maybe want to try to clarify it or send me an email or something, I'm not understanding the question. And Angel Eyes is saying, forgive. Who I look like? Jesus Christ. There will be no forgiveness. Angel, I'm so sorry. I'm sending you extra love. Let's everyone send Angel Eyes extra love to their heart space. And Aisha, it looks like maybe it is kind of a hard time, so we're sending extra love there as well. I hope, and that's the end. There's all the comments. We did it, you guys. We got through all the questions. I hope I answered everyone's question. I hope this is helpful for you. I absolutely love you guys. I'm thinking about you all the time here, especially in September. Blessed, 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 blessed. Sending you love. Mwah. Take care. We'll see you next month.